Yo, what is going on, guys? Vortex Gaming here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of TNA 2002. Today we have an episode of Impact Wrestling. Now this is an event, it's not a TV show yet. Like I said in the previous episode, we don't have any TV networks yet. We're not big enough to get on any TV networks yet. So it's just kind of, waiting until we meet the minimum expectations. Which I believe will be around Colt, would be my imagining. Today we are in the southeast. We will be focusing on the southeast until we hit that 47D, which is the minimum required to reach Colt, and then we'll be focusing on the tri-state area. So 3,500 fans expected to be here, so if we get an arena with 4,000 seats, 5,000 seats, which I believe actually is the Macon Coliseum. If we sort it 4,000 to 5,000, I believe we are in the GA Macon Coliseum. I think I did pick best venue. Yeah, so the Macon Coliseum is where we'll be. Let's go on with the show. See what it's all about. Okay, so we start with the 49D+. So Nikki Rocks and Abyss make their way down to the ring to open the show. Rock says, since debuting here in TNA, the Asylum's own monster, Abyss, has been unbeaten. Dr. Anderson wants to see if there are any real wrestlers here in TNA, and for that reason we're issuing an open challenge. Anybody in the back who thinks they're worthy, please come down to the ring right now. There's a minute of silence before the Straight Edge Dragons music hits and CM Punk makes his way down to the ring alone. Punk says, again, all we've heard since TNA started is the monster this, the monster that. You're the only people he's faced are jobbers. Now, Abyss, let's see how you do against a two-time tag team champion. I'm not actually sure if he's a two-time tag team champion or a one-time tag team champion, but hey, he's a tag team champion. So, yeah, let's get on with it. Abyss penalised for a stale character. That's interesting. Right, we'll change that after this. Penalised for a stale character, yet he got a bonus for a good gimmick. Interesting. So the match itself, 52D+. That's not too bad for the level we're at. So, in a bout that had solid in-ring action and average heat, Abyss defeated CM Punk in 9 minutes 16 by pinfall with a handful of tights. No worker improvements. Abyss and Punk both got a bonus for going all out. Abyss, stale character, definitely need to have a look at that. Penalised for length, I think it was probably too short. But anyway, moving on. My feeling is that the fans have become a little bored with Abyss. Turn or gimmick change would freshen him up and give him a boost. Okay, thank you very much, Seb Coulter. So, moving on. Abyss has beaten former two-time tag team champion CM Punk. As per usual, Abyss picks his opponent up and chokeslams him into a mat. He then sets Punk up for the Black Hole Slam when Daniel Bryan runs in and Abyss retreats laughing. Abyss and Rocks make their way back up the ramp whilst Bryan checks on Punk. So Daniel Bryan could also use something to freshen his character up. Okay, so that... I was just about to say that it seems that fans of our current product get bored of people easily, but then I remembered Daniel Bryan and Abyss have had these gimmicks for about 9 months, 9-10 months. So, it is about time. Although, the right gimmick I've read should last for about 3 years. I don't know where I read that, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. At a 59C, so Loki finds Gene Okerlund backstage, and it looks as though he has something on his mind. Loki says, Gene, I've been playing it back in my mind over and over again, and I just can't accept it. I need my rematch against R-Truth tonight. Gene looks to consider it for a moment before responding. He says, well, Loki, I'm not sure if you're aware, but R-Truth isn't actually here tonight. Seeing as though we're only 2 weeks away from TNA Genesis, you can have your rematch there in 2 weeks. As for tonight, you'll go one-on-one against the former TNA World Heavyweight Champion and X Division Champion in AJ Styles. Good luck. Gene walks off as Loki punches the wall in anger. So Loki versus AJ Styles, the main event. Should be a good match, hopefully. Moving on. So in a bout that had solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat, Gail Kim defeated Melissa in 7 minutes 30 by pinfall after a distraction from Bobby Roode. Gail Kim's improving in performance skills, which is good. Bobby Roode. Gail Kim is Beer Money's manager. Or valet, I suppose. But yeah, that's not too bad for a knockouts match, actually. 50D plus. So Gene Oakland is sat in his office when Beer Money walk in. Gene says, "Bobby, James, thanks for coming. I just want to let you know that I'm sorry that Carlos Colon stripped you of the tag titles because of your injury, Bobby. Tonight we were supposed to crown new champions, but I've convinced Carlos otherwise. Tonight, Serotonin and the Motor City Machine Guns will face each other in a number one contendership match. At TNA Genesis, the winner of that match will face you. Just thought I'd let you know. Do with the information what you wish." Gene waves him out, and Beer Money leave talking between themselves. What will Beer Money do? So yeah, Bobby Roode got injured at the last pay-per-view, and I stripped them of the championships because obviously I wanted the championships to be defended. Only 3,000 people. That's pretty disappointing, actually. But yeah, and in the end, it was a fractured arm. He was only out for 2 weeks. I mean, he still can't wrestle now. He's out for another 7 days, but come Genesis, he should be back. He should be fit. So yeah, James Storm's stale as well. Interesting. Got a lot of stale characters. So in a match that had some good action and average heat, JBL defeated Austin Aries by pinfall with a last call. Surely it should be a clothesline from hell. That's interesting. Good match from Austin Aries, who's only an opener. Obviously, we all know Austin Aries is one of the best wrestlers in the world. But yeah, he's only an opener at the moment. So we've got a big push. I've got a big push planned for Austin Aries. So yeah, moving on. JBL rolls Austin Aries out of the ring and grabs the mic. He says, 2 weeks ago at Bound for Glory, I was cheated out of the number one contendership for the TNA Heavyweight Championship by a certain Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett, you know that I won that match fair and square, so how about me and you, Genesis, for your number one contendership? I expect to hear from you next week. So JBL wants to be number one contender. JBL's got a stale character as well. Huh. Moving on. So Daniel Bryan is with CM Punk in the doctor's room checking on his tag team partner. He says, next week I'll show Abyss that you can't mess with straight edge dragons without getting away with it. Next week I'll make Abyss tap. So get that booked in. We need risky. Because of the way the product is, we need a risky match. So Danny Bryan versus Abyss. Hopefully we can get a decent rating out of that. That's booked in. Moving on. So TNA and Roode come down to ringside in order to do colour commentary on the next match, the number one contendership for the TNA Tag Team Championship. So Gail Kim helped both Bobby Roode and James Storm in this segment, which is good. Bobby Roode penalised for a drinking habit. What are the chances? Moving on. Match itself is pretty decent, actually. 53C minus. So in about that had solid in-ring action but not much in the way of heat. Serotonin defeated the Motor City Machine Guns when Frankie Kazarian defeated Chris Sabin by pinfall with a Wave of the Future. Tracy Brooks did some good work at ringside. I believe she is Serotonin's manager. Ooh, some good improvements from Frankie Kazarian. He's improving in rumble, flying and performance skills. And Michael Shane, his tag team partner, is improving in technical skills, which is good. Dirt sheet. Got a few penalties, inconsistency, holding back, poor gimmick, holding back, inconsistency, poor gimmick, and Sabin's character stale, so we get a chance to improve his gimmick there anyway. But Serotonin are celebrating following their win over the Motor City Machine Guns to become number one contenders for the TNA Tag Team Championship when Bobby Roode and James Storm enter the ring. The two tag teams stare at each other before Beer Money attacks Serotonin. Storm hits Kazarian with a last call super kick and Roode hits Shane with a Roode bomb. Storm delivers a few kicks to each of them as Roode grabs the beers they brought down to commentary. They both take a mouthful before pouring the rest onto serotonin and leaving the ring. So yeah, just a little. Who's that that's got poor gimmick? Oh yeah, Michael Shane. Oh dear. Alright, moving on. And the main event, Jesus. Didn't expect it to be that good. So, in a bout that featured great action and a good crowd, Low-Ki defeated AJ Styles in 19 minutes with a key crusher. Is that the Warriors way? I think that's the Warriors way. AJ Styles is improving in Rumble skills. He needs to change his character desperately. Right, well, I'll get onto that straight after. I really didn't expect that to get that. I mean, that is only just a B-, but hey, yeah, I ain't complaining. So moving on. The final show rating, 65C. That's lower than I'd have hoped. But, you know, increased our popularity in one region, which is great. You know, anything that'll help us, you know, it's good. So, yeah. I'll see you in a minute for, well, there won't be a buy rate or a TV rating. That's depressing. Anyway, I'll see you in a second. Okay then, so we're back. I suppose Amazing Red, that's for probably not being on the show. I'll just give him $100 to shut him up. I don't know if we made money or lost money from that show, actually. I really don't. I think we made money, but we could do with some TV revenue, you know what I mean? We've made no merchandise sales either, which sucks, but oh well. So let's take a look. So who did we need to change? Was it Abyss? I think his gimmick's getting stale. I'm not going to turn him face, but oh yeah, that's for his gimmick, isn't it? But the problem is, like, I don't see what we can change him to. He already has that gimmick, and like that's all I really want him to be, is just a monster. Like, okay, let's see what we can have. Not sure, man. Not sure. Man Beast? Could have Man Beast. I think that's more directed to Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? Like Monster is the only kind of the animal. The animal is a brutal, intense, hurting machine that acts almost primal in his ability to destroy opponents with power moves. Destroys everyone. Gimmick is very easy to get untalented workers over with. I think that's the one we're going to have to go with. No reason why Abyss shouldn't be able to use it. Right, cool. There we go. So that's Abyss's gimmick. Right, who else was there? Was Chris Sabin? Bobby Roode. No, I don't think it was Roode, was it? Who else was there? CM Punk? No, I don't think it was CM Punk either. Danny Bryan, wasn't it? It was Danny Bryan. Is there a submission specialist? No. Alright, we'll see what suits him best. Kind of 80% exclude gimmicks that don't suit him. Classic Technico. Oh, Luchador, no. Comic book hero, no. Kick out artist, no. Old school face. Straight edge. Young lion. Wrestling is young in his learning phases. Yeah, we'll go with that. I suppose you're kind of seeing some of the behind the scenes stuff if you don't really watch, if you don't really play TEW. Who else? I can't remember who else needed a switch up. Michael Shane, wasn't there? Michael Shane and James Storm. Oh yeah, Jesus. Slightly too soon. But I'm sure... Oh, was Michael Shane just a poor gimmick? I think Michael Shane was just a poor gimmick, wasn't it? So James Storm. Then again, his thing's quite good. He's a heel, so if we go heel, we'll go 70%. So 70%, exclude gimmicks that don't suit him. Right, so badass. He's quite a badass, isn't he? Let's be honest, James Storm. He's not really a Canadian hero. Degenerate. Old school heel. He's a very good heel, James Storm. Very, very good heel. You know what? I'm tempted to go old school heel. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's just go with old school heel. And I honestly can't remember. JBL was it? Oh, I can't remember. That's really annoying. We'll just wait till the next show, and I'll write it down when I find my notes, which I can't find. But anyway, Samoa Joe? No, just had to turn heel. Interesting. Don't remember doing that. It's been that long since I played the game. Right, that is it, guys. If you like the video, then please leave a like and let us know what you think of the video in the comments section down below. If you're new to the channel, then please press that subscribe button. There will be a link to previous videos and also other quality TEW players. There will be links to their channels down below in the description. And yeah, hope you've all enjoyed, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace. Yeah, because I don't know who's going to face yet. So James Storm and the Revolution make their way out and begin to talk about Against All Odds. Storm says, this past Sunday at Against All Odds, the Revolution lost our World Tag Team Championships, and whose fault was that, Sir Nada? You know I always say this.